Have you ever checked into the hotel and wondered what's really going on behind the scenes? As a former hotel general manager, I've seen the secrets, the tricks, and even some scandals that hotels will never tell their guests. In this video, I'm revealing 12 secrets hotels don't want you to know. And trust me, you will want to stick around until the very last one, because secret number 12 is something so surprising that most guests never even realize it's happening. And hotels are making huge profits from it. So let's start without losing any more time. Let's go!
Hospitality Lounge.
Let's start with one that might actually make your skin crawl. You might think every room is truly cleaned after a guest leaves, but the truth? Not all rooms are cleaned equally. When occupancy is high, housekeeping is under pressure. That means corners get caught. The bathroom sink might shine, but the remote control, the light switches, and especially the bedspread, those often don't get a proper deep clean. Here is an insider tip. If you want a cleaning experience, ask for a room that hasn't been occupied the night before. Brand new turnovers usually get more attention. Next up, the minibar. You already know it's overpriced, but did you know some hotels installed weight sensors? That means if you even lift a soda can and put it back, you could still be charged. And here is the kicker. In many hotels, most minibar items are never consumed, but the profit margin is so insane that it doesn't matter. The markup on that tiny chocolate bar? Sometimes 1000%. So yeah, maybe skip the minibar. Now here's one that can actually save your money. Hotels love charging extra for early check-ins or late checkouts. But here is the secret. These fees are often completely flexible. If occupancy is low or if you are polite at the front desk, the staff can waive those charges. Sometimes even loyalty status can get you a free late checkout. So don't afraid to be asked, because those fixed fees are not fixed at all. This one shocks a lot of guests. Hotels keep detailed profiles about you. If you complained last time, it's there. If you're a big tipper, they know. If you like extra pillows, they will note it down. It means to improve service, but let's be real. It also means that hotels know more about you than you think. So next time you check in and they magically remember your favorite room or how you like your coffee, now you know why. Online reviews can make or break a hotel, but here's the truth, not all reviews are real. Some hotels pay agencies to write glowing reviews. On the flip side, competitors sometimes post fake negative to drag ratings down. So how do you spot a fake? Look for vague language like amazing stay, will come back, without details. Real guests usually mention specific like room numbers, breakfast quality, or staff names. Ever notice the room you booked online looks a lot nicer than the photos? That's not an accident. Hotels sometimes downgrade guests if they are overbooked. Instead of the deluxe king you paid for, you quietly get a standard room, and most guests never notice. Here's a tip: if something feels off, politely compare your room with the official booking description. Hotels know most people won't question it. Have you ever been told, sorry, we are fully booked? Well, not always. Hotels hold back for VIPs, emergencies, and sometimes even government officials. So while the website says sold out, the hotel may still have a couple of rooms hidden away. It's a part of revenue management strategy and a little game of supply and demand. If you leave something behind in the hotel room, the official policy is that it gets locked and stored for weeks or even months. But here is the reality. It really depends on the hotel and sometimes on the staff. Not every hotel is careless, but let's just say, valuable items don't always make it into the logbook. So for your own safety, it's always better to cross-check before leaving and make sure you've packed everything important. That way, you don't have to depend on the lost and found system that might not be reliable as you'd hope. Hotel loyalty program sounds like a dream. Free nights, upgrades, perks, but behind the scenes, they are designed to make you spend more. Psychologists are literally hired to design point system so you can keep chasing rewards. That free night often costs you 5 paid nights. Remember, points are not free gifts. They are marketing tools. This one is a little creepy. Some hotels sell your guest data, your email, your booking habit, and even the type of wine you order at dinner can be shared with partner companies. So if you suddenly start getting ads for luxury travel or spa products after a stay, it's not a coincidence. Here is a positive one. Want a free upgrade? It's easier than you think. The trick is timing. Ask at check-in late in a day, especially on weekdays when occupancy is lower. Be polite, respectful, and mention if you are celebrating something special. Front desk staff have more power than you realized, and a kind guest often gets rewarded. And finally, the secret I promised you at the start. When a guest books a room and doesn't show up, hotels usually charge them anyway. But here's what most people don't realize. Hotels will often resell the same room to someone else. That means one room, 2 payments, and 100% profit. It's the ultimate double dip, and unless you work behind the desk, you'd never know it was happening. Now imagine this happening on a busy night dozens of times. That's their fortune in pure profit, and one of the most hidden secrets of the hotel industry. So those are 12 secrets hotels don't want to know, from hidden fees to fake reviews to reselling the no-show rooms. The hospitality industry is full of surprises. If you found these secrets eye-opening, make sure to subscribe because I share real behind-the-scenes stories from hotels and airlines every week, and I want to hear from you. What's the most shocking thing you've ever experienced in a hotel? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Hospitality Lounge.